Mass Effect, Andromeda. The story of the Angara. Long before we crossed the dark between galaxies, another story had already begun. There are worlds that are merely inhabited, and then there are worlds that are alive. Havarl was one of them. Its forests stretched beyond imagination. Trees rose like mountains into emerald skies. Rivers of crystal water carved their way through ancient valleys, while living light flowed through every leaf, every flower, every breath of the jungle. To the Angara, this was not simply home. It was family. They did not conquer nature. They became part of it. Their cities grew with the forests. Their technology respected the land. Every generation inherited a world that seemed eternal. But beneath those roots, older things waited. Hidden beneath the jungle floor lay impossible machines, silent, patient, watching. The remnant, monuments of flawless geometry and impossible engineering. Machines that had stood undisturbed for countless ages. No Angaran remembered who had built them. No legend could explain why they existed. They were simply ancient. Then, everything changed. Without warning, the silent structures awakened. Dormant monoliths pulsed with brilliant cyan light. Observers emerged from forgotten chambers. Assemblers resumed work that had never truly ended. Across Havarl, ancient vault systems began stirring from millennia of silence. At first, the changes were beautiful. The forests shimmered with new life. Energy danced beneath the earth. The planet itself seemed to breathe. But beauty became uncertainty. The vaults no longer behaved as they were meant to. Ancient systems fell out of harmony. The rainforest twisted beneath unstable energies. Rivers changed course. The skies darkened. The living world itself began to unravel. The remnant did not hate the Angara. They did not seek revenge. They simply obeyed commands left behind by masters who had vanished long ago. To the machines, everything else had become irrelevant, and while Havarl struggled to survive, another enemy arrived, the Ket. They came not as explorers, but as conquerors. Where the Angara saw life, the Ket saw resources. Where the Angara saw family, the Ket saw subjects. Entire worlds fell beneath their invasion. Cities burned. Families disappeared. Hope became resistance. Caught between an ancient civilization that no longer understood its own machines, and an empire determined to erase them, the Angara stood alone. Until strangers arrived from another galaxy, the Andromeda Initiative. Humans, Asari, Turians, Solarians, Krogan. Travelers who had crossed 600 years of darkness, searching for a new beginning. Among them, a Pathfinder, Scott Ryder, or Sarah Ryder, guided by Sam, and joined by allies from 2 galaxies. The Pathfinder chose not simply to fight, but to understand. Deep beneath Havarl, within the impossible architecture of the remnant vault, the truth became clear. The machines had never been enemies. They had become prisoners, bound to ancient commands, damaged by catastrophe, waiting for someone capable of restoring the balance they had once maintained. As the vault awakened, ancient systems synchronized once more. Energy flowed through forgotten conduits. Great monoliths aligned. Gravity itself obeyed designs older than recorded history. Across Havarl, the transformation began. The poisoned forests healed. The rivers found their ancient paths. Life returned. The world remembered what it had once been. For the first time in generations, hope grew faster than fear. But the greatest discovery still waited. Far beyond